We've got a really big shoe video for you today, ladies and germs. And now it's time for that lady who has the largest shoe collection in the tri-state area, Terry Rice.
No, you're supposed to say the largest shoe collection of unworn shoes.
Sorry, mistress.
Because we're talking about my shoes that are just for sitting on the dresser. Oh, but I do have one shoe, it's a boot actually, that is a doorstop. Okay, so today's sketch artist is Stacy Doner Tewari. Would you say it was pronounced like? Tewari, I think is it. Tewari. Sorry, Stacy, if I got it wrong. Okay, so she's got like hexagons back here, kind of elongated hexagons. She's got 2 4x4 photos. She's got the hexagons over here too, and she's got 3x4. Well, actually, she's got them horizontally, so they're actually 4x3s. 3 of those, and it's matted, which I did not do. I didn't even think about it, but now when I'm looking at it really good, it's like, yep, it's matted. So anyway, I'm actually using my paper, my background paper as my, it's not going to be hexagons, it's just going to be pattern paper. But I'm going to set the pictures up like it is, so you'll see it's, you know, kind of, you can tell it's inspired by it. Okay, but actually, I'm gonna take and put this paper. Now, I had pulled these in when I was planning my papers for my sketches, my page kits, and I pulled this in because it looks really good with this. But I am actually going to actually put this under here. I didn't know what I was doing with it. I just thought, oh, that's pretty with it, and I put it in here. And this was actually this, I think it's an 8x8. I have no idea where it came from, but I'm gonna use it like that. And let's see, I'm trying to find my cheat picture. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on here. It's gonna be tilted like this, and probably about like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it down. Now, this paper is not very thick, and this paper is that, what is it called? It is, I want to say Burlington now. It's, oh, I can't even remember what, it's like based on that one of those vintage shows, and I can't even think of what it's called. I need to like write stuff down, but when I go to film. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this about like this. Okay. And then these are gonna go on top of it, but I'm gonna put more stuff there. I didn't have the doilies in my kit, but I'm gonna use doilies. And because I pulled in these shoes, which I showed you when I was building the kit, but it just blends right in a lot, especially when they're on this part, I guess. And so I am going to tuck the doily in here. Okay, now I'm gonna put this, I think about like this. Okay, now we had this tea party for Mother's Day, and my pastor's wife, which she's also a pastor, she said, oh, you know, she wanted a vintage theme, and she goes, you have those antique shoes. So she goes, can you do a table with that? And then some candles. So I had these crystal candles. I kind of, you'll see it more when I do close-ups too. So, and I also had a hanky collection. I still have the hanky, I still have all the stuff. So I don't know what these are, so I must have packed them up when we did the reno, because I haven't seen, actually there's some of the shoes I haven't seen lately either. So I have doilies, I had the hankies, I have these crystal or glass candle holders, and then the shoes. And this is actually, these ones are my boots. And so that's what I did the table with. And so I am going to, just show my table. I actually had pictures of people, but it's like a couple of the people have left the church, and it's like I only had those people. It's like I didn't have any of me and my bonus daughter, which was also at the party, so I don't understand that. But it's because I took the pictures. That's why. Okay. So I'm going to tuck this back here, and I'm going to overlap this because in hers, she's got that one overlapping, and it works good for my photo because this is darker, so I figure it kind of looks better. This kind of comes forward a little bit anyway, so that works good. Oh, and this is my husband's mom and brother, and this is one of my grandmother's wedding pictures, and this is a picture of my other grandmother and my grandpa, and one of my, I take it back. It's not my grandmother. It's my great grandmother and her husband and one of her children. And I think this is a great grandmother too. Oh, I don't remember. One of these days I'll be scrapbooking those, and then I'll tell you. So I think that's how I'm gonna have it there. I wanna make sure that the shoe fits here. And since the shoe still kind of blends in, I am gonna take the black soot and just kind of go around the edges a little bit to kind of make it more noticeable. Because I have 2 of these. I actually was gonna use 4 because I kind of like to see the shoes as a set, but it's like there just really wasn't enough room for them, so I'm thinking it was just a waste of time putting them there. So I'm just going to use 2, and I still have 2 then. And I used 2 different ones because I thought that looked more fun. Okay, so I'm going to use that, and so I'm going to go ahead and do the other one too. So this is the other style. I love these with the laces. I think that's really cute. I do actually have some shoes with, or decorative shoes, not shoes that I wear. Of course one pair has laces because they're tennis shoes. I actually have 2 pairs of tennis shoes. But I really don't have too many shoes. Not like some people, because I really only wear flip-flops and tennis shoes and a pair of high heels on occasion. Or like slipper flat kind of things. Because I've got short, wide feet, and it's really hard to buy shoes that are comfortable. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. So I think that's pretty good how I want it there. So I'm gonna pick this up and glue this down, and I want it to look like it's straight. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, and this one here. Now that's sticking up because I bent it. Let's see if I can get some tape in there. Okay, that's good. I know it needs more, but to start. Oh, and I didn't even check to see if it's straight.
Unknown caller.
Okay, where is my ruler? There it is. I set all the stuff I was playing with on top of it. Okay. Now somebody told me that I could do a setting on my phone so it I don't get calls if I don't know the people. And I really need to do that. Okay, that's not real straight, but it's gonna be it. Okay, and then I want this on top of it, and oh my gosh, I made that pop up. Okay, there we go. And let's see if I can get this on top of this with, oh, much mess here. Okay, that's good there. Okay, I've got the shoe. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got so much stuff, but it is a 2-pager. So, and I think most of the 2-pagers were at the end of the 30 Days of Sketches. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them here like this. Okay, and then I have a rub-on. When I was working on it, I thought, oh, I don't have enough stuff. It looked like I was missing some things, so I went and got some rub-ons, and the rub-ons are from, it is from Memory Accents, Scrapbooking, Greeting Cards. What's the name of the product? Royal and Langnickel Brush Manufacturing in Maryville, Indiana. Okay, so it's near me. So I don't know. I never heard of them. And then I was gifted these. So I'm gonna tuck this right in here. And hope it works because these are pretty old. Because I was, you know, scrapbooking chronological children. And so I hadn't got to any old-fashioned things or any pictures that I had done. But when I was looking for pictures for this sketch, I was kind of out of options for this size or whatever. And I thought, okay, these will work. And someday I want to sketch it or scrapbook it. I might as well just go ahead and do it now, right? $3 shoes. Wish I could remember how much they were when I was a teenager. I'm sure they weren't very expensive. Things have changed. Okay, a little bit more. So they're working. Okay, that's working. I like that. Okay, and then I have this. Oh, and I put my shoe in the wrong place because I was going to put this book underneath it. Do you think I could lift that up? This book is called, it's upside down, The Women of the French Salons. And I don't know if they were the beauty parlors or what. I don't think that's what a salon meant back then. But I'm gonna put this there. And this was actually from a magazine that they would give you some embellishments in the magazine. It was Stampington and Company. Yep, I used to be addicted to their craft magazines. Okay, and this was made by Debbie Johnson. And I think I need to probably put glue on this. It's going to be my title. And it just says old fashioned. And I'm going to put it right over this little rub on here. And there is actually another, oh, there was an old phone that went with this too. But I'm not going to have the phone. I'll get to use that another time. I'm just kind of Shooting for the center here. Because I thought I could put Mother's Day, but I just didn't see any reason to. Okay, now I need what? I think I have, oh, I have a smaller doily. And I was looking for my stuff and it's way over here. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on top of this and it might be right there. And it actually looks like I did it upside down. Nope, it's just the way the doily looks. Okay, and I have this keyhole that I had put in the collection, so I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put a little more glue under here. It's gonna have to hold this keyhole. Okay. And these are by Melissa Francis, and I've had them forever because I hoarded them, but I have been using them now. And let me see if I can slide it over just a little bit more. Okay, and then I have this shoe, and this is by not Susan Branch, it's by Sandy Clough. She did these beautiful vintage looking things. And I know this has been in my book so long that I'm gonna have to add some glue. Okay. And I'm just putting it right here by this keyhole. And I'm going to put this key here because every keyhole needs a key, right? And this was one of my charms, and I think it was the darkest one. Can you grab me the E6000? It's in that drawer there. Hubby's hovering, so thought I'd put him to work.
Yes, mistress.
You see it? So I'm going to use E6000 on this. And I think I'm going to glue it a little bit on this picture because of the way I have the keyhole over so much. So I'm going to have to glue this down a little bit more.
Sorry it took so long, mistress.
Yeah, you're going to suffer for it later.
Don't hit me, please.
I think he needs his own comedy show. Okay. So I'll have to let this sit for a good hour before I'll be able to move it around. And you know what? It's kind of must be kind of dry. It's hard to get out. Usually I don't have such a problem with it. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it is dry at the end. Okay. Wow. I think there must be some glue holding it up. Okay. So I'm going to let it overlap the picture a little bit because I want it at this angle, I decided. Okay. And then in my kit, I also had put these, they're like some kind of resin maybe, and they're black, and they're corner photo corners, kind of. Okay, and I think I'm going to use this for this too. Okay. I gotta watch it so it doesn't start dripping out. Okay, so I'm gonna put one here. And I only have 2 black and I have 2 white, so I'm just gonna use these black ones today. Okay, and I'm putting the other one up here. And it kind of looks like the frames that I have. Okay. Okay, boy, I need to pull some of the glue off from around that so it's not so hard to try to put on. Okay, so that is good there, and I want to push this down. Okay, and I am going to put some little gemstones on this when I'm all done, so I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, so on this one, I gotta have one here. Let's see, this one has like glass slippers, so I think they look lighter weight, so I'm putting those up higher. And these are some of my favorite ones. And actually, my husband bought that. That was the first shoe he bought me, and I broke it one day. It was so sad. So sad. Because it was blown glass, there was no saving it. Okay, and I'm gonna put this one here. So I think those are in the right place. And let's see, I need to put a doily here, so I'm gonna have to make sure I have room for that. Probably about right there, I think. Okay, my camera turned off because if I wait too long, it turns off, or if it thinks, oh, nobody must be here. Maybe there's nobody here, I'll just turn off. Okay, so I've got the pictures down, I got my doily in here, and I'm gonna put this shoe down. And I'm gonna let this one overlap the frame a little, or overlap the picture a little bit, the frame. Yeah, kind of the frame. Okay. And I have the book that goes with that, what is it, the binding part, it's called Somerset Studios. Or Stampington is one of the other names that went by. Okay, and I'm gonna tuck that in here. Enough that I can put this here and it not cover up the title. Okay, that should be good there. And I used to have a whole bunch of these stickers of these little cups, and this is the only one I could find, so I don't know where they're at, so. But I had this one and it was actually stuck to something, so I just cut it out. It was actually just stuck to a piece of cardboard, or not cardboard, but the cardstock. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then I have this lady. She's fancy dresser. She's got the big hat and a mink stole, and she's all decked out. So I'm gonna put her in. She's a rub-on from that same set. Let's see, I probably want her closer. So I think I'm gonna put her right here. I love vintage. I could do vintage all day long. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it here. So getting to play with this is fun. I used to have a lot of vintage decor, but I actually still have some, but not as much as I used to. I decided I wanted light and bright. Okay, let's see how that's doing. Oh, that doesn't want to pull up. No, it's not all the way down. It almost looks like it's kind of layered. Oh, just got to keep her shoulder. And her arm. I'm happy as old as these are, they still work. Okay. Oh, I missed something, but I can't tell where it was. I think right there. Okay. Okay. And then I've got a couple little boots that I'm going to stick down here. And I'm trying to separate the paper, maybe. I don't know why this is so hard. There we go. And I think I'm gonna actually cut these apart. Because I think I want one to be here. A little more. Oh, this one is not very cooperative. I think I can kind of see where it's stuck and where it's not. Oh, I was just saying how nice these were. Cooperate. There we go. Now this one, I'm just going to kind of put it right there, where they're just slightly touching. So I got to play with these things that I wanted to play with for so long. Someday I'll do more historical ones or vintage ones, because I would like to do my grandparents and great-grandparents. Oh, but still not done. Well, it must be because these are darker. I don't know. It's weird how the other ones came out pretty quick. Nope. Hoping this doesn't take as long as what doing the whole rest of the video, the whole rest of the layout took. Okay. There we got some. Okay. So that's those. Okay, and I've got these little gemstones, and that's what I'm going to use for my final touches. And I need my tweezers. And do I see those here? Yep, here they are. And I have these ones, they're kind of a vintage pink. I mean, they really look like vintage pink to me. I'm going to use some of those. So I'm just going to scatter them around a little. And here by the title. Okay, that might be enough for there. Okay. I'm going to look at it when I get these on here and see what I feel like it needs. So I'm first just working on getting 3 in each cluster. And where do I want these? I think maybe here. Oh, and I think I left the sticky behind. Let's see if I can go pick it up. Yep. Okay, I never tried that before. Did I get it? Yep. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Okay, so that is it for my Mother's Day shoe, my really big shoe, as a husband would say. So thanks for joining me. We'll have close-ups at the end. And I thank Stacy for getting me to pull out these pictures because I just couldn't find other pictures that were, I had a hard time finding horizontal pictures. I think we've taken so many pictures with our phone that it's like you don't find horizontal pictures very much in our stuff. So, well, remember down below there will be one link that will take you to the YouTube videos where people are creating on video. And then the other link will take you to the still photos where we just put on a picture of this, and it will be right underneath Stacy's sketch. And you just link your pictures right in the comment section. And it's super fun to go over there because it's just amazing how everybody will have something that looks different. So have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.